Hey, welcome to episode 2, season 2 of
Just Weirdly Blended.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Jesse. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome.
It's been a short long week.
It's been a short, long ass week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
Long.
And short.
Fucking long in the shortest way possible.
No, it's been a crazy week
long.
though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been up and down for me actually.
Yeah, mine's been pretty much down. But no, it's had like little sprinkles of decent. And
what made it down? Well, I know what made it down. But
yeah.
Do you want to tell the world why?
Well, yeah. So
he's getting divorced. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
What
dark humor.
Just kidding.
They're happier than ever.
Worse than that. Oh,
I know, worse than that.
Okay, earlier on in the week, we found out that our car had a problem with what's called the transfer case, which I came to find out has to do with the transmission locking into the rear wheels.
Like where it connects.
Yeah. And this causes it to become four-wheel drive in our particular vehicle. So they knew that there was fluid leaking out of this a little bit. So we got it checked out, and they were like, okay, kind of bad news. We're going to have to probably change out the transfer case. So it was going to be about $2,500, something like that. So Blanc and I were like, oh man, that's a lot of money. But at the same time, it's like, we have a car that works. To buy a new car is
it's going to be more than that.
Ridiculously expensive. We might as well just fix it.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? So we were all ready to fix it. And we thought, hey, you know what? It's going to be fine because we're going to get our tax refund here pretty soon. When we get the tax refund, we'll just pay it off.
Done.
So, all things were going to be just fine.
Yeah.
So I went for a little snooze. I rested my head on my pillow with sweet dreams prancing through my head all night.
Money just raining down because you thought you were going to just get
in a rap video.
You're just like throwing money at strippers, bouncing their booties.
There was champagne popping and lots of
pouring drink on some boobs.
Yeah. I mean, R. Kelly was not in huge trouble and not doing gross things. It was a great time. And then chip, chip, chip. And then it was like waking up with a hangover. Kind of the same day we found out that we are still going to owe quite a bit of money on taxes for the first time ever. And because we don't claim any dependents.
Yeah.
So
unlike me, I do.
Well, but I mean, theoretically, by not claiming dependents and paying the maximum taxes throughout the year, I should be covered. It's always been that way.
Just depends on where you fall in that tax bracket, too.
Yeah, apparently we are just to the point of like, we're fucked. We're in the fuck you tax bracket.
That's right. And I think.
So, whatever. I told my parents about it and they were like, oh, boo-hoo. Like, like, I don't know, a victim, but it sucks. When you think that you're going to have money coming in and then you don't.
Yeah. And
like, I didn't ask to have the child tax credit paid to me early. It's just like they did it. They were just like, oh, we're giving you money.
Well, I think, and I wonder how many people didn't realize that's how it was.
Well, I mean, like, I got it on one hand, but it was like the whole point was to stimulate the economy and keep it running.
Well,
so
I mean,
like,
I wonder how many people didn't realize that that's what's going to happen.
Right.
Like,
and
until they do
I knew it was going to happen. So I really figured we would have like less than we usually do back. I didn't figure we'd get all of it back, but at the same time, initially we thought we were going to owe almost $5,000. And I was like, how the fuck is that possible? Because I already pay a significant amount out of my checks.
Well, yeah.
And then
you gotta pay Uncle Sam so you can work. They need their money. I was just telling you before we came in here, man. We're their little sluts. We're the pimp. They're the pimp.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, you want to work? Well, you gotta pay me money, bitch.
Yeah, you don't pay up, they'll slap your teeth out of your mouth.
They will
send you back out.
Oh yeah, you like that house? Too bad, it's mine now, bitch.
Yeah, I'll just take your money.
They will.
Oh, you think you don't got to pay me, bitch? Right. All of a sudden.
So what'd you guys do about the car?
Oh, so Blanc and I were back and forth in it because it turned out to be even worse. So not only were we not going to get money back, we were going to have to pay more money in taxes, but I got the call. So we had to wait a week to find out what the repair on the car was going to be.
Oh, so it had been a whole
the part
week?
Was a week out. So
that's
the
like
guy
our
just
car.
Said like, drive it, whatever. But pretty much you just don't know how long the car is going to be all right. Like it could be fine for years and it could be not fine
Yeah.
forever.
So it's like,
so it's like it was
like a human
uncertain.
I could be good today, or tomorrow I'll be dead.
You got a minor hot tick, but you're probably going to be okay. Just don't run real fast. You should be just fine. But so
no strenuous
I get
activities.
A call at work, and then I get a text because like I go to there enough that the guy's kind of me, so he's like, "Hey, this is Glenn from the car place,
from Glenn Motors."
Yeah, so he's like, give me a call when you get a chance. So finally, I had a break at work.
Yeah.
And so I gave him a call. I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I think he's going to be like, "Yeah, we're all done. Come pick
get
it up
your car. Look brand new."
He goes, "Yeah, I got really bad news." It's like, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "Yeah, missing. So like the entire rear portion of this thing was ground out to nothing, and it was completely rusted."
So do you think it was like that when you guys bought it? Like it was already...
I doubt it, because we've had the car for a long time.
Not that long.
Well, we bought it in 2014.
That's not
so
that long.
That was what, 6, 7, 8
I have a 98 Jeep.
Ago? This thing should not have done what it did. He said he's never seen this happen before.
No, that's what I mean. I wonder if it was already like, because you guys bought it used.
We did buy it used. It was certified through a reputable dealer, but
I can shit in a box and certify it for you.
Yeah. But all you got is a guaranteed piece of shit. Am I right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we got, was a guaranteed piece of shit, apparently. And I really liked our car.
No,
so
it's a nice little Mazda.
I mean,
those are actually really good SUVs too. Like that's a good brand. So. Was it the CX-9 or
CX-9, Mazda CX-9, 2010 Mazda CX-9. It had a great interior. I really liked it. Bose speakers. It was very nice.
Yeah, that was like my Infiniti had Bose speakers.
And I tell you, that's the only bad thing. I don't think this one has Bose speakers, but at the end of the day,
that's an Acura.
This is an Acura. So we found, Blanca was like thinking like, well, we at least need to go trade it for something that, we're not going to get much out of it anyway.
No.
And a dealer isn't going to get screwed because they're probably just going to offload it.
Well, they're going to screw
anyway.
You. Yeah.
So we're like, all right, I wouldn't sell it off to somebody. And go, it was a great car. I wouldn't be
runs
that
like
kind
a champ.
But I'm like,
out of state, dude.
Really, the worst thing about this car, it's not really a 4-wheel drive anymore. So, but anyway,
is it front wheel at least?
Yeah, I mean, it still drove.
Good. Just put some weight in the back. You're good, man. It's like 4-wheel.
Or just do figure eights on accident. But we, so we ended up going to a place and we found a car that was reasonably priced. So it's a 2012 Acura, like LT or whatever.
It looks nice.
It does look nice. Yeah. It does look nice, and it's.
I would actually thought it was newer because my Mazda is it's an 012. It's a 2012.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
I mean, it's 120,000 miles, so not bad.
That's not bad.
We went ahead and got the. They have like a warranty you can buy.
Yeah,
where they'll pay if something catastrophic goes wrong, it'll cover a repair and all that.
Oh, so. Yeah. I know a guy, we can make it happen.
There we go. I know a guy. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was a color I liked, and I was.
What color is it?
It's kind of that like slate gray kind of color, like real kind of.
I thought it looked grayish.
Yeah, it's like a very dark gray.
But yeah,
which
that's a nice color.
And so I mean, all things considered, it's fine. It's just, man, we had that car paid off.
No,
we just paid it off like a year and a half ago.
We had our Chevy Traverse, and it was a 2010,
or
11, something like that. But it was paid off, and then we were gonna go to Utah over the summer,
Yeah.
And sure enough, it just had been acting weird.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's just trade it in. Now we got car payment. It sucks. And if I have to pay it back, I'm gonna say I'm scared to do my fucking taxes.
Don't.
I know.
That's really probably not a good.
I'm gonna save them for next year.
Damn. Well, we're just like, if they're gonna seriously make it where you get this child tax credit throughout the year, then all we're gonna be able to do is put it away to wait to pay the taxes. Well, what is the stimulation of giving somebody money so that they just pay it back later?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they make it sound like you won't have to pay back, but literally you're getting fucked.
Some people won't.
Well, yeah.
But guys like us will.
Well, no. Time. If you don't work, you'll get money.
No, they'll pay you.
That's what I mean.
They'll flat out pay you for not working.
So I'm gonna.
Which I understand. I'm not anti-helping people. Don't get me wrong. But
I'm anti-helping people who don't help themselves.
Well, yeah, and it seems to me
that's where I'm at.
Like, are based around not getting on your feet, because the second you start to get on your feet, maybe we've talked about this before. I don't know.
You can never beat this horse.
Like the second that you get on your feet, then they tear everything away that you need to stay on your feet. So the entire incentivization is around just not doing
my thing is, I think the government designs so like the poor stay poor. You know, governments try to do that.
Well, what the fuck is
middle
the thing
class
about
gets fucked,
squeezing us? Yeah, we're
middle
fucked
class
all the time. The rich people aren't going to pay.
No,
you and I are going to pay through the ass.
Oh yeah,
I was fine.
I'm scared because now my wife, she's working. She wasn't working last year, so now we got, you know, and it's not like she's balling like, you know, minimum wage or whatever, but still like,
but
that's extra income. Yeah, because she did a job for, when she worked at Burlington,
right?
And then so she got that W form, and then
that was the same year, huh?
Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
Yeah, wow.
It's probably like a month, 2 months, maybe.
But it shows his income.
Yeah. But so we're gonna get divorced, so we don't have to do this. No. Fuck that.
No, and like I'm not an anti-tax guy. I'm willing to pay my taxes. I've never paid.
I'm just nervous.
Higher taxes and then had to pay more.
The thing is, like, I mean, people who are smart with money will have a little cushion, so they'll be good.
Why is it they tell us all to have a cushion? Because most of us don't.
But that's what I'm saying. That's like, I'm sorry, but I know I don't got a cushion. Well, I'm trying, but it's tough when you obviously things break, stuff happens, and you constantly just feel like you're getting pushed and beat, and then Uncle Sam's like, my money, bro.
It's hard out here for a pimp, damn it.
Yeah, for them.
Yeah.
I just think of the Family Guy episode where fucking Stewie's like, where's my money, man? I need my money. Like, it's either Brian or Stewie's asking for money, and he starts beating the fuck out of him. I'm like, fuck, that's going to be us. Especially if I have to owe a fat amount. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Blanca was going to go through one of the online, just type your stuff in. And
that's what I'm going to do.
Be careful, because they told us we were going to owe $4,600.
Yeah, no, I'll see.
And we went through our actual tax guy, and they actually went through scientifically, if you will, and did it the right way. And it was actually like,
which one did she go through though?
Can we say? I guess
TurboTax or
H&R Block.
Okay, yeah.
And so they just have a basic algorithm that you go through.
Yeah, that's usually what I do, and it's pretty simple. I've been doing my own taxes for.
Yeah, well,
but if it's going to tell me I'm going to owe a fat amount, I'll move.
I'm telling you, it told us that it was supposed to be $4,600, and when he went in and actually did it, through their program, like nuts and bolts of it.
Well, I think sometimes too they can find loops, stuff that helps you out. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing is, like, you have an actual accountant, like tax accountant, that goes through with the updated codes and everything, and they can look through. Like, we still didn't do an itemized because
who itemizes? Don't you have to save every goddamn receipt you ever use?
Yeah, and if you you'd have to spend a lot on business expenses and things like that to justify.
Can you itemize just go to a grocery store and that kind of shit?
If you do, yeah, I know that there's rules for it, but
can you imagine just having a fucking box of receipts? Fuck that, dude. That's a lot of Tinder I'm going to use to make a fire.
Right.
Alicia does that though. She keeps so many receipts. I'm like, babe, why do you have all these receipts? What are we
for taxes?
She might as well. She could probably itemize.
She keeps them all, staples them to the.
Don't tell her that.
The Goodwill.
She will.
This is what it was worth.
Yeah,
100% of the value.
So if we buy from Goodwill,
is
that a write-off?
Taxable donation, isn't it?
Yeah. See, I'm donating. I can tax that shit.
So we got the teacher thing back. That was one thing I found funny under Trump. The teacher, the $200 we used to get was taken away. So it worked well for me on one side. When Trump was president, I got lots of tax breaks for owning a rental house.
Yeah.
But the teacher side, if I were just a teacher, the tax break I got went away. I didn't get my $200 for the shit I bought for my classroom. That's now back. But I also am paying out the ass for
Oh yeah, of course.
Whatever. So I don't know. Like I said, like I'm not anti-tax.
I'm anti.
There's kind of a point where it's like I'm willing to pay for things that need to be paid for. If I have to pay all of the tax out of my paycheck, like max that out, and then I still owe at the end of the year, that makes me a little nervous because I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's not a small amount that I pay.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like out of my every paycheck.
So you claim like what you claim.
Yeah.
I don't claim that, and so my checks look not, they're nice, because it's a decent amount.
Yeah.
And so, like last year, I only paid like $100, and I was like, dude, that just offsets. I'll do that every year to save. I could save all that money or whatever. So this year it's gonna suck. I already know.
Just grab your ass and click the buttons.
I know. I already got my W-2 printed out today. For
Uncle Sam because he's coming.
Today I got my W-2 all like printed out. So I'm gonna probably try to do my taxes this weekend just to check. Maybe I'll start it because I have it in like a profile, so I already have everything in there, so it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
But then if I notice it's like fucking crazy, I'm like, nope.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, that's
going somewhere.
We'll pay a couple $100
going to Walmart
to the guy. Yeah, because it's like an actual accounting firm. We started with them back when we had the rental house, just because I didn't want to fuck around with that stuff.
Oh, it's not like you guys didn't go to like an H&R blog.
This is like an actual, like they do financial planning and all that stuff. So they're a couple $100, but at the same time, they just saved us like $3,500–4,000.
Maybe I'll go to him.
So it's like it's worth the extra money for their expertise, I think. But it was fine when we would get a couple grand back or whatever. But like in that case, it doesn't matter. But we always purposefully did not claim dependents because we looked at it as the likelihood of us being disciplined enough to really save all that money was slim. So in a sense, it was like a savings. Like we would just, I know we weren't making interest, but we weren't going to.
Because you don't really get, even if when you claim like we'll say zero, when you claim that, you're not getting all that shit back anyway at the end of the year.
Yeah, right.
You're still paying. I mean, you're not having to pay, and you're getting some money back, but you're not getting all what you paid in.
No, and I wouldn't expect to. But
I would. I want my money. God damn it,
my fucking money.
I just think it sucks.
Yeah, I don't know.
I get why we pay tax. I understand some of the shit we have to pay, but like, it just trips me out when I think about it. Like, man, I'm fucking working, and you.
Yeah, the part that pisses me off,
like I have to pay you for me to work.
When there are folks that could work that don't work, and then you get to pay them back, like they get refunds and we
get
pay
screwed.
More. That's the point where it's like, okay, I want to help people that need help and all that, but we need to really change the incentive structure that we have going in this country and make it sensible, not hurt people. I know some people need help, and I want to help people that
try. I want to help people who want to be helped, but I don't want to help people who don't want to help themselves.
Right, and then you have like the people that are systemic, where it's just generation after generation that they learn the system and they use the system. Like, is that good for them?
No, but I'm going to learn it. I'm going to talk to them.
I failed the test
just in case something happens. I have a backup plan.
Right.
And I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was joking around and like, can someone just like shove me into like something and hurt me at work so I can be L&I for just kidding. I don't really want to do that, but
fucking L&I.
Lordy. I mean, I'm just like,
no, that's a pain in the ass too, though.
It is because we ain't
going to pay you until we get this investigation. That's going to take 14 years.
Right.
And it's like, hey,
yeah,
I don't know. But as men and fathers, well, that's what we do. We fucking buckle down and still pay what we got to pay. And
you know what are you going to do? At the end of the day, we're still lucky sons of bitches. So it's fine. I feel very fortunate with everything that's gone wrong.
You're still blessed. We still got a roof over our head until Uncle Sam decides he doesn't want me to.
But then we'll be homeless and we'll get tax refunds.
I might be coming back to you guys here in a week or two, living here in this little house.
We'll see.
Until I get kicked out because I'm too poor to fucking pay.
This is a dick of a landlord over here.
So God, that would suck. I'm knock on wood. I don't owe a lot.
I'm with you.
I'll probably owe a lot, but I mean, I don't want to.
Well,
my head's thinking like 10 grand. I don't know what I'd do if I owe 10 grand. I don't know why I would owe 10 grand, to be honest. But
it's this mind-boggling. Well, the amount that they were acting like we owed, we looked at each other like, how? Like, we could not have paid more out of our paychecks. Like, we were maxed out. And we still owe more? How? This at least is like, I can stomach it. But the amount that they wanted us to pay at first is just like, there's no way this is right.
Yeah.
Because the amount that we would get back in a normal year.
If anybody got kids out there, let me claim them. I got you. No, I'm just
not in a fraudulent way.
Not a fraud. Like, you know, because they've been living at my house. Remember?
I will adopt your child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 25 cents a day.
Yeah. Yeah. Do I get to claim all those kids in the poor videos? I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, what about that shit?
Little Susie.
I've been paying fucking a quarter for her for months. For 14 years.
I own 18 Ethiopian children.
I know. That's now, do you, Tom?
No, I'm just kidding. Let's clear the record. That was a joke. We're making fun of the commercials, not the children. Blah blah blah.
15 years later, Tom will be canceled for something he just said right now.
I'll get famous at some point, and it's like we're canceled. I don't, whatever.
I'm sure I'll be canceled 1,000 times over.
I'm going to tell you something. Like, everybody knows it. This cancel thing is going way too far.
Oh, hell yeah.
This Whoopi Goldberg fucking thing that we were talking about before. Insensitive, sure. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
I understand. I totally get it. And I don't think it's wise for anybody to
it could have been the way she said it, maybe.
I don't know. And I didn't see it, so maybe. But I just
think, I didn't look into it. I just heard what she or what was said, like the cliff notes, I guess.
All I know is
pretty idiotic of her, I want to say, but
but
people are going to say things. They're not going to mean it in the in a sense where it's like being harsh.
Really took it in the worst possible way.
Well, no, I think I know where, and that's where you're coming from. Is like
that's what I'm saying. Is like at the end of the day, was she saying that the Holocaust didn't happen? Was she saying it didn't matter? Was she saying a degrading thing about the people who are persecuted? No. Her statement, as maybe wrong as it was
in the context,
was more about. Like, it was, I think what she was getting at was it was more than just racism. It was inhumanity. It was, like, it wasn't just great. She was saying, I get it. She was not trying to degrade anybody. And here we are treating her like fucking Hitler's child. And, she's going to be suspended for 2 weeks. We're so fucking sorry. I don't know. It's getting to the point of like...
I mean, is she going to be hurting for those 2 weeks?
She won't, and that's fine. And I really don't give a shit because that whole show could get suspended for the rest of eternity. And
what is it, The View?
The fucking View. Because that's all we need is more like idiots' opinions.
But that's women's opinions. I don't want to care about them. I don't care about their fucking opinions.
Remember the good old days?
They're He-Man woman haters. Or He-Man men haters.
You remember when Rosie was on there? And then Trump would come on before he was president. Boy, those two had fun.
Oh God, I don't know. I don't. That show's like, man, whatever.
I don't know. Like, really,
I think any of those daytime shows are garbage.
Well, here's the thing about all this crap. If you say the buzzwords, you're going to get applauded. Oh, yeah. And if you say anything that's contradictory to it, it's going to be all booze and hatred and like cancel you. And I think that's really dangerous. The group think thing and this idea that you have to say this certain thing a certain way or else it's just like so wrong that you can't even exist.
Yeah.
Come on. I think
you got to keep quiet forever.
Geez, I mean, it's just, it's sickening. Like, what is happening? And I think I'm a pretty rational person. I am not some kind of extremist.
I disagree.
Person. So I got a bunker. So
I know. You were just showing me the bunker, the shelter you got built and stuff down under the ground.
I do not have a shelter on the ground.
You showed me all of your ammo and you're ready for the zombie apocalypse. I know. No, I don't know. It's retarded. I'm over it.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I like Whoopi Goldberg. I don't give a fuck. She could be off air for 2. I'm just saying, in the grand scheme of things,
it wasn't as bad as
I think we can probably take a fucking chill pill and be all right. Like, I mean, God,
Well, no, like I said, like some WWE guy, I can't remember his fucking name, Brian or someone. I don't know who he was, but he was going into the AEW, or he was looking to go somewhere else.
Yeah,
but they said no because of something he said a while back in the days.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be held accountable for some shit you said like fucking 15 years ago. That's retarded.
People grow up. And not only that, culture changes. I'm sorry that it sucks and it shouldn't have been said or shouldn't have happened, but when we were kids, there's not one person in our age group that didn't say shit that is absolutely not okay in today's world.
Oh, 100%.
But you know what? That was part of being a person. And it didn't mean that you really hated anybody. But yeah, there is kind of
grow some balls.
Everybody said shit about everybody. Yeah. And it wasn't really meant in any kind of a way. And maybe that's just my own stupid whatever. But I don't know. I just think we're in a world of hurt. Like, seriously, the rest of the world is not playing these fucking games. We're sitting here crying over ourselves everywhere, and Russia's getting ready to invade a fucking country, and China's having the fucking Olympics, and they're just like, hey, we fucking kill people. We don't care.
I'm ready for the Olympics, actually. I want to watch the Olympics.
Yeah, well, it gets getting started.
Winter Olympics
it's all starting up.
Yeah. Can you imagine ice skating, dude?
No, I was watching it a little bit last night.
I remember when I was growing up, my mom, she was like really into that, like ice skating stuff, which was cool. But I remember was it Scott Hamilton? He would do fucking flips.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're on thin ass little fucking.
Have you ever gone ice skating?
Never.
Yeah, I have. And I felt really good when I just got down the like basic.
Yeah.
You felt like you weren't going to fall.
I've never ice skated. Yeah, I think it would be cool.
So Eastern, when I went there, the last 2 years, I think the last year I was there, they fully opened this ice rink, cool. And it was like a synthetic ice. It was really cool. We had a club hockey team because we weren't allowed the what is it called, the Title IX.
Yeah,
we already had too many the max male athletes, so we had a club sport, but it was very successful.
Oh,
and it actually brought in money. It was that successful as a club sport for hockey. So they invested in this whole building that had a rink in it. And
hockey would be cool to try.
Yeah, it was neat. With our student ID, we got in for free and we could skate whenever we wanted. That was cool.
I know they got the rink here for the Tri-City Americans.
Yeah,
I think you can go there.
The practice rink.
I think you can go there to ice skate.
Yeah. I haven't done it much. I went one time with the kids. We met my brother and his kids there. It was pretty cool.
I don't even know if you're allowed to do anything anymore. Me and Alicia we're talking about wanting to go dancing
quite a bit.
We wanted to go dancing, but we're like, dude, is any fucking dance clubs even open anymore?
Oh yeah, they're open.
You know, like I haven't seen that shit.
Seriously, I think
I'm a 41-year-old man. I don't know if I should be clubbing, but still.
Oh shit, you're on the other side of that hill.
Yeah,
you can just go and be you.
Well, I'm just gonna go there. No, but we were talking about that just the other day. We're like, damn, we want to, because we like going dancing. We like going out. Like I'm not like the greatest dancer or anything, but it's fun.
Yeah. like
one day we went and it was a fucking. This is pre-COVID, obviously. It was like a 1976 like class reunion.
Okay.
When we showed up, so we were like hanging out while they're doing the reunion. So I was going through because sitting on the table was all their like student ID cards from then. So I was like looking through them, like, oh,
who do I look like?
Look at Susie Q. She was cute back then. Look at her now.
She's been smoking.
She's in a walker.
Excuse me, hon. I need to get my ID.
No, it was cool. So like I took we did like a selfie and I had it behind us. Class of 76.
76 wasn't that long ago. They're not old women.
Yeah, I was, not born. I was negative 4 years old.
Born 10 years later, but hey.
I was born 4 years later.
You're going to feel better, class of 76. I was born 10 years after you graduated.
Right. You were probably...
I'm not old as shit, so...
Was your dad class of 76? Huh?
How old were you? 18?
I don't know. How old was your dad?
No, my dad would have been class of like 74.
So close?
Yeah, he would have been close.
So your dad was probably there. Maybe it was 76.
Actually, those guys are probably like, yo, I knew your dad.
Yeah.
He was a senior when I was a freshman.
Yeah. I remember when you got your mom pregnant.
Wait a minute. So my dad's older than those people. So why am I making them like the whippersnapper?
I remember that young whippersnapper. Shit.
Oh my God.
Speaking of the old days, I seen this fucking thing. It was like an old newspaper clipping.
Yeah.
And I think I took a picture, but it was about women being obedient. And, it's okay to smack them up.
Obedient,
smack them up, dude. It was hilarious. Okay. I mean, it's not hilarious to hit a woman, obviously.
We don't want to get canceled or anything.
Any guy that hits a woman's
but the fact
retarded.
That it was taken that seriously, that you could actually have like an article all about it.
Or I'm looking.
Do you remember
if a woman needs it, she should be spanked. And I agree. A woman should be spanked in the bedroom. You know what I mean? Hey.
Sometimes it solves a problem.
No, but some of the stuff. Oh, what question is buzzing around your mind? Send it to. You said it. New York is in New York.
But old timey.
So what is it? So the question is, if a woman needs it, she should be spanked. And so one person, and this is old. Like I'll have to put this up. It's pretty old.
It's so crazy too because it's like
an old newspaper.
It's
like
basically like a Facebook post, but in the old world. So
it says Brooklyn Toy Factory owner. Yes, most of them have it coming to them anyway.
A toy store owner. A toy store.
It will remind them how well off they are. I subscribe to the theory that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Whatever the fuck that means. It teaches them who's boss. A lot of women tend to forget this is a man's world. And a lot of men who step down as boss of a family wish they hadn't. Spanking might help get back some of the respect they lost.
Steady.
Get over here.
Now cook my dinner.
Can you imagine?
You lean her over your knee and swat her?
What was she, a fucking 2-year-old?
God. Now go to your room.
I know.
I want you to think about what you did.
I'm only spanking you because I love you.
Well, as a Brooklyn toy store owner, I feel like I have a valid opinion here.
Like, I don't know. It's just crazy to think what society was like back then.
Seriously, a toy store owner.
That was the toy store owner.
Advocated for spanking his wife.
Yeah. No, there's this barber. He goes, yeah, when they deserve it. As a barber, I've got a lot of faith in the hairbrush. Yeah, he likes the aerodynamics
of it. The strap that he said would sharpen the blade with.
I think there are certain cases when it is advisable. When it is, there's no reason why you shouldn't go right ahead and do it. I can't knock the idea. In my business, a man sets a lot of store by the results he can get with a hairbrush properly applied.
Okay, this guy takes his job very seriously.
So serious that he's using that as an analogy for hitting a woman, for spanking her.
This question reminds me of my hairbrush.
I know. My hairbrush.
My great-granddaddy beat my great-grandmommy with this hairbrush.
And I'm not advocating guys should hit women or anything for no reason. They shouldn't be. There's no lessons.
Will say, a pound of prevention is worth
a cure.
80 pounds of cure. But like,
it's just crazy to think, I think in general we've come pretty far as a society.
So. Even some people still have,
even though some shit's fucked up still the way it is. But when you think about,
generally accept that as being okay. Well, that was the norm.
This was the norm, dude. And I'm telling you, this got it. I wish I had like a timestamp of when this happened.
It doesn't say when the publisher.
It doesn't, but this I mean,
well, that could have been anywhere up to the 50s.
Oh, it looks 50-ish.
Yeah,
it's got to be, dude. The toy factory guy though.
He's the
owner.
You don't play, huh?
He's kind of creepy looking though.
This guy,
the very bottom guy. He looks like he would murder his wife.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna. And then we got Dr. Kevorkian over here.
Ed Geins.
What the fuck?
The real Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I know. Like, yeah, these guys are real class acts.
Get lippy, right, mother?
Oh, this guy. Oh, he's a counterman.
A counterman?
None again. Like, was he installing counters?
As a counterman, sometimes a woman needs a nail gun.
Yeah, he goes, why not? If they don't know how to behave by the time they're adults, they should be treated like children and spanked. That ought to make them grow up in a hurry. If it doesn't at first, they'll soon get the idea. It's hard to read this because it's like very
grainy,
and it's like I don't
Trust me, I install counters.
I'm a countertop owner. Countertop installer.
Is that what they mean by that? A counterman?
That's what I'm wondering.
I'm a counterman. I count everything you say for a living.
I'm guessing he installs countertops is what I'm hoping.
Well, but we don't call them countermen now. We call them contractors or something, right? Or
I don't. My brother installs like a granite.
You need to ask your brother. Are you a counterman? And what do you feel about this?
My brother would be like, I agree. No, he won't.
If a woman don't know how to be a woman,
I won't lie. He would get a crack at it. I get a kick out of it because it's hilarious.
It's fucking funny. It is funny.
Like I said, I grew up around my mom getting whooped. She got taught a lesson. God damn it,
she didn't know how to behave.
She couldn't behave, so she had to get spankings.
Never taught her though. She never figured it out.
Spanking. What the hell? So when my wife spanks me in our bedroom, that's okay though.
I never knew how to behave like
I don't know how to behave in the room. She just spanks me all the time.
Just like
so bad. That's so funny. Like
you just like tell her, like you treat her like a kid, and then you're supposed to be attracted to her.
That's gross,
right? Like there's something mentally fucked up with that. I think just like the perverts were like,
Gretchen, get your ass in here.
Did you look at me funny, Gretchen? God damn it!
You didn't put the milk away. God damn it.
That's 5 lashes.
That's a counterman, the milkman.
That's a counterman.
The milkman didn't get his fucking glass.
And my best friend, the fucking creep that owns the toy shop, is coming over later. He's going to spank you too.
I know. What the fuck?
That guy he's got that like half-cocked
So guys
smile.
who were treated their women like how we treat our women, we're good men, we treat our women good. I like this saying, Do you think that was weird? Like when a guy was that way, like how we are, like
normal
like
today.
Say like me and you lived back then.
Look at what that guy said. He goes, "Yeah, and men that let the women get out of hand soon live
how would our women
it.
be? Oh, dude, our girls, if they're like how they are now,
would have random men beating her. I think.
Well, no, Alicia too. Days. Like Alicia is very strong head. Like she's very
give
strong.
Hell no, and see what happens.
I mean, they're You can't.
They're tough Latina women. Let's just put it
I'm just saying, like, they're not going to take shit, and I think that's okay. Like, I don't think any couple should have to take shit.
I wonder how much of even back then was just women letting their men say shit, and then at home,
like Jerry, come on, you's a bitch.
All right, you little dick. Yeah. Oh, you hit me, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Take it, you little bitch. And
Milkman hits me harder.
Got the toy store guy leading him. Oh, mama, hit me again, ma.
Do you think there was any of the ladies that was like, the milkman hit me harder?
Oh yeah.
You little bitch. He hits me real hard.
You don't hit as hard as your father.
Oh, Jenny.
Oh, Jenny, you bitch.
Your daddy hits me so much better than that. Fucking
that's not what your father said.
You know how easy it would be to get to their ego?
Oh, Lord.
Dude.
Women, when they fight you,
can you imagine, like our ladies now, they would get mind fuck the shit out of these guys.
Oh, yeah.
It's just because of your pencil dick, Gary.
You little.
There's a reason you hang out with toys all day, you little twit.
I'm a toy owner. I own toys too.
Yeah, okay, I really hope you have those faces up here because that toy store owner, people have to see it.
I will have it up
poor
here.
Guy.
Or at like 35 minutes when I did that.
Lord.
35 minute.
Yeah.
See, I write these timestamps down so then when I do the editing, I can
a little quicker. We're learning some tricks of the trade as it goes on.
Still learning. But so that kind of brings up a question though.
Okay. The modern day question: should you spank your women? Well, only if they're out of line.
Only if they ask for it and it's behind closed doors and they want it.
A pound of prevention is worth 80 pounds.
So is it wrong to spank if it's in a sexual way?
No,
you know what I mean,
because it's consensual, right?
Yeah. That's okay.
No, if it's like, that was a little hard, you say, "I'm sorry." Move on.
Oh, that was a little hard.
Yeah,
harder.
You like it rough, don't you?
Right? How do you like it? Whoa! Ah, shit! That hurt. Mama.
Mom. Oh my Lord.
Well, there is those people like being babies. That's weird too. Oh, dressing big old diapers.
And they're not even sexual half the time. Thank God, I guess.
Can you imagine a 300-pound dude just
that's the thing. They're always not thin people.
I just think of what is it, that big baby from the cartoons?
Oh my God.
What was he?
Like the old school cartoons?
Yeah. Baby
Huey.
Baby Huey, yeah.
Daddy picked his pants.
Well, I seen some stuff where it's like they have these cribs too that are like adult size cribs.
Feed me with a bottle.
Oh my you're fucking God.
Fucking crazy.
We're done.
I think that
we're done here. No, so my modern day question is, and me and Alicia were actually talking about this.
Serious modern question.
Okay, so I'm going to throw our ladies' business out there right now. Our ladies are going on a girls' trip here in March, right?
Yep.
And so Alicia's question was, should she have to ask, as an adult, should we have to ask permission, right? And I was like, well, no, that sounds weird. Like, can I please go do this? Because, you're a grown-ass adult. You should be able to do what you want, right?
Yeah.
And so I think, my thing was like, I don't think you should have to ask for permission, but
as long as you're respectful to consult with your partner.
No, that's what I mean. Like, hey, we're making plans to do that. I guess it's not permission, but it's like, hey, I'm gonna be going over here
this way. We go to the girls and we do right. This is what you're getting at.
No, so I did flip this. So I go, well, no, I don't think you should have to ask permission. I go, but how come it's flip side? And I think a lot of guys out here.
By the way, Jesse and I are going to go play golf all weekend in Coeur d'Alene.
So if we just throw out there, hey, I'm going to play golf, or I'm going camping, or I'm going to do this. Oh, you are? Oh, so you're going to just go without asking?
So you don't care about me?
No. It's
so
like
you hate me.
Oh, so you're going to go without asking? Oh, that's different. And I'm like, it's not different. She laughed when I brought up the scenario.
Then they realized, yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't. And she will, if she says stuff like that, she usually doesn't care. But it's still funny when it's like, on the flip side. A woman doesn't have to ask, but a guy has,
Well, because it's the respect thing. Men don't have to be respected today, but women do.
So. But I just told her, I think out of respect, it's okay to like, hey, this is the plan.
Right.
And that, to me, that's cool.
Do you mind, since you're going to be home with the kids and stuff during this time, do you mind if I go do this? See, Blanca was getting back at me because I made a comment in the car, and I'll fully disclose everything about this piece of shit argument.
I don't know what happened. I just know it was so funny.
We were in the car.
I was like, what is going on?
When I was young.
So we're on a group chat, by the way, guys. Yeah. We're in a group text chat and stuff. And I'll throw all our conversations out here. No, I won't. I'm just kidding. I won't do that.
Every last one. So we were in the car. And, I think I've mentioned this before, that I didn't play sports when I was younger.
Yeah.
And as you get older, like there have been several times where I wish I either knew more about sports or had that experience, because it's kind of a normal male thing.
No, yeah, for sure.
And when you don't have that experience, it can be awkward sometimes, or it can feel like,
it can feel like you're not manly or whatever.
Right. I mean, I get you. I get it. I'm kind of over that as a whole, but there's this little piece of me that's still, So I made a comment.
I think that's normal.
I want Elliot to have a better life than I have. And I didn't mean it like, my life right now sucks. I didn't mean it like I regret any.
This goes back to what I was talking about last week, where when you say stuff at face value, you meant it just.
I didn't mean it psychoanalytically. I meant it exactly just generically.
Generic. Yeah, that's what I mean.
I would feel better about myself today if I had that, and I want him to have that piece that I did not have.
Yeah.
And of course, it was all about how I wish I wasn't with her.
Oh, of course. That's how it always gets switched.
Then she's throwing out those texts, which I seriously thought she was kidding. No, they're going on a girls' trip.
They're going on a girls' trip.
Which is fine, because
it's going to be they're going to Magic Mike's show.
Which is fucking lame.
I mean,
whatever.
I'm not coming to pick you up. No, Alicia is like, because she's like, should you guys, like she actually gave me the idea to put this on the podcast. Yeah. Not that whole like what happened with you guys, but
I'll blast it out there.
But like, which is fine, because we're just showing how real we are. So I
just wanted my piece out there.
Because so that, like I said, that brings up the point what I made last week about when as a guy you say something and you mean it just as you say it. And I know guys,
it meant nothing with
guys,
her.
you know what I'm talking about. I mean? Like you just meant you want them to have. And what's wrong with wanting your kid? Because growing up, our parents, I'm hoping our parents anyway, you always want your kids to have a better life than you had. Right. And it's not saying you have a bad life, and that's not what you were saying.
That's not at all. But
that's where it's like
choice is wrong because I said I wanted to have a better life than I have.
Men and women. That's where it's different.
So
always.
Literally, and then she tied it into her own ego that I was saying you're not good enough, and my life is ruined.
I know
that's not what I said, or at least not what I meant.
Gentlemen, I guess this is a question too. Would you be okay if your lady went on a girls' retreat? Or not even a retreat, just girls' night to go to male strip show, right?
Guys' wangs.
Like for me, I'm okay with it. Like
I don't care.
There's some jealousy there, obviously, because these guys are hot. I'm like, oh yeah, who doesn't want to go see hot men? And you don't want to see your bare belly husband. Like you're stupid.
Yeah. I know how sexy.
I'm not like so for me, I'm okay with it. Like, but I wonder if. Is that weird for me to be okay with that?
Let's look at most of the women that go to
trust my wife. I'm like, it's not like you're going out to fuck dudes and shit. If that, obviously I don't care.
Frankly, neither one of us could afford a divorce, so she's not going to do anything.
Well, I mean, if she did something, I'd be fucking pissed as shit. But no, I'm not. I know she's not going to do anything. So it's like, there's that trust there. And well, I'd be a little jealous. Of course, a little jealousy. I think, like I said, we've said before, that's normal. So guys out there, if your ladies want to do stuff, it's okay. I think it's okay. I think girls need that time off, time away. Yeah, just like men, we need our time and our escape from
I don't know though.
Our wives, guys, we need our. Would it be different now if we were going to a strip club? I think it'd be perceived differently.
I think as a society thing, it really does fascinate me, like the way sexuality works. Like men are looked at as the horny ones and the dogs.
Women just as horny.
They sell vibrators at Walmart. I have never seen a fake pussy at Walmart.
I know,
and I can't imagine. I've tried to find one. The best I have is the towel roll. I'm just kidding.
I know. I was just going to say I'd seen something like it was I think it was something like that.
Wet paper towel.
Anyway. All I got is this pie.
Yeah, right. I got some apple pie. That was all I could find. But no, I mean, like that part fascinates me. The idea of us just taking a trip for the purpose of going to a strip club out of town for a weekend.
See, and that's what's weird. So
we would go golfing for a weekend.
Well, that's what I mean.
Right?
So this is where I'm
like that. Like, it's very weird to me.
And I told Alicia this, and I have friends that I went to a strip club. My friend Efren, we went to a strip club and stuff, and I was actually the sober. I was the driver, and I didn't drink and stuff. But I don't know. I've been to strip clubs, and it's just not my. It's not my scene. It's not something I care. I rather go golf, or I'd rather fucking go
me too
camping or do some shit like that. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. Like, I'd rather go do that. And I think most guys would rather, if they're going to do guys trip, let's go fucking camp, go to a cabin, go hang out, drink, and be stupid and shoot some guns and shit.
I mean,
that to me sounds awesome.
Yes, me too. Like,
and obviously we're doing that in April. We're going turkey hunting with Bucky.
Yeah, I still have to take that time off.
So do I.
But I will.
Oh, I'm taking it off.
But I wanted to jump in. You made me think of something. You were talking about golf, and we've been talking about it for a few minutes. I saw a commercial for a place here locally that I never heard of. And it blew my mind because it looks awesome.
Is it the indoor golf thing?
The divots?
Is it the one where it has the screen or whatever?
Yes. They have
Lisa just told me about that.
A golf
simulator
experience in like a pub.
We got to go.
I could die and go to heaven in that place.
We're getting babysitters. When our wives are out, ladies, I hope you hear this. When you guys are out, we're getting babysitters and we're going
divots.
We're going to divots.
Yeah. You getting dicks? We get
dicks. We getting divots. That's a pretty clever name.
It is. Divots.
I've actually been wanting to golf.
Right. Me too.
My clubs are just sitting in my closet, chilling, collecting dust.
Mine in the new car, the Acura.
I know. That's crazy. I know our car, like you had said earlier about waiting on a part or whatever. That's what I've been waiting on. Was our door harness is like malfunctioned, and we have like a 2021 and and so like the door harness was weird, and the like e-brake would just turn on. Everything's electric in the cars nowadays, right?
See that? Why?
So I would stop at a stop sign, and then all of a sudden you just shoot for it. I'm like, son of a bitch. And it hasn't done that in a long time now, but
that's kind of a safety thing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, then
you got somebody walking in front of you,
or the back window will randomly just it lowered. I'm like, what the fuck? And so I like turn it, put it on or whatever, or turn it on. No, I fucking roll it up.
Yeah.
And so I just let them know, and they're like, oh yeah, it's the harness. It's known, so they're replacing it. So. Still, I put the appointment like when they told me it's been like the 21st is when I have to go in.
And then you go in, they're like, oh, sorry, that's no longer under warranty, sir.
Oh, fuck no. They said that's covered. I'll be pissed.
Yeah, no.
And I'm getting my oil changed.
Yeah.
For free, thank God.
We've been lucky with the Dodge so far. Knock on wood, that's been a really good car.
Like the car overall has been really good.
Yeah.
And like I said, it hasn't done that in a while, but that was that.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say lucky. I mean, you should be lucky with a brand new car. Like things shouldn't go wrong.
Yeah.
It really pisses me off that happens even. Like with a brand new vehicle, they build 1 billion of them. Like how much can go wrong if you design
I don't know.
Right?
So this made me think of, I thought Teslas were cool. I mean, they're cool little cars, whatever. But then I started thinking like, dude, that's not a car I'd want to fucking go on a road trip on. Because how long does it take to charge a Tesla? I can fill my tank up in 5 minutes less.
It does take longer. I know that.
So if I'm going to Utah in a Tesla, that's going to take me a day or two.
Yeah.
I can drive to Utah usually in about 14 hours.
There you go.
Tesla, I bet you it's taking me at least 24 or longer.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to the guy that I was talking to about my car. They're a tire shop primarily, but they do full auto body work and not automotive, not auto body, full automotive work. And he was saying like they really don't build tires for electric cars because the torque's so high. I mean, you go from 0 to full power instantly with an electric car. You're taking away all the components that make your traditional car. You don't have a transmission. You don't have any of that. It's just direct power to the wheels. So tires
technically
go out
at
fast. You're going faster than the speed of light.
You're going
at least the speed of sound. And so they said like if you're not careful, you'll go through tires like in an instant. So they're now developing tires for electric cars so that they last long.
The thing I think about is fucking even the battery charge it. So like my phone, right? Mm-hmm. I can charge it only so many, but before the battery itself starts deteriorating over time.
Yeah.
Right?
Hopefully.
So Teslas or any fucking electric car, I guarantee you it's the same scenario. Over time, that battery would stay at 100, but now it only charges to 80.
What the battery
to 90
replacement's going to cost.
Oh, from what I've seen, it costs. You might as well get a new car.
So it's like replacing an engine or a transmission.
Yeah, for the most part.
It's ridiculous, man.
Oh,
we need to stop.
I need some Duracells.
Throwaway, honestly. Like, I mean, it's just
give me a water car.
There is, I know, right?
Someone apparently did that a long time ago. Some guy,
yeah.
I forget what his name was.
Run car.
He had it. Everything was all water, but it actually did really good.
Illegal, right?
It was like in Brazil or somewhere. Yeah, it was made illegal and like big car comp killed him. Yeah. No, I don't know if they killed him, but I don't think he's not alive anymore. Actually,
Henry Ford.
Like I guess he died on some like suspicious things or something.
He went to Henry Ford's ranch and never came back.
Oh shit! But
he was run down by a Model A.
But hey, father-daughter ball, like we were just talking.
Father-daughter ball. We're gonna go tomorrow. Some friends are probably there tonight. Oh, yeah. Were there tonight? Yeah, I saw some folks on Facebook. Some guys I had worked with in the past were taking their daughters.
Nice. I'm looking forward to it. It's always fun.
Yeah, it should be pretty fun. The girls.
I do wonder if there's going to become a point where the girls are going to be like, man, I want to do this.
We probably, our days are numbered. But then they might come around later when we're like super old. And they're
my buddy Efren, he's taking his younger daughters, but he also has an older daughter. And he's a stepdad too. His older daughter's 17, 18.
Okay.
But she wants to go. And stuff. Cool. So, I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
Being a step parent and a parent, it's tough, man.
Yeah. Especially when you're going to a Christian ball and you're two men that probably look gay to half the people there.
Like,
every time I grab
so we go in there holding hands. It's so weird. Slow dance.
Come here, you. Spin me, big boy.
I know. Spin me right now, baby, right around.
I want you. I don't know.
It's really cool. It is very Christian based, very religious based. I don't know if they're Christian.
They are. Yeah, it's a cavalry church, I think.
Yeah, so it's obviously our last episode. We were wondering about Jesus, and
it's a fair question. We were just asking a question. I think Jesus would get a good laugh out of it.
I think my mom,
he did one time.
My mom's very religious, and she always would say that she thinks God has a sense of humor. And I think so.
If he doesn't. Aren't we created in God's image?
He's got to be funny.
He's got to be funny.
You think? I bet he plays jokes on people
all the time.
Fucks
Look
with
what he did with my car.
I bet he messes with angels and shit up there.
I got your bra.
Got your wings.
He's sexually harassing everybody. I mean, he's God. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? HR. Sorry. Not happening.
Sorry, he's got too much power.
What do you want me to do?
What do you want me to do? Fire him? I can't.
Do you think Jesus gives God attitude? I always wonder that too.
Yeah, like if you die at 30, do you stay 30 forever?
Or
32 or whatever.
So before God, obviously Jesus probably hung out with God for a while before he came back over down here. Before he died for the sins and all that, right? I wonder when he was younger if he was like our guys out there. If you have teenagers, they give you attitude.
Yeah.
And it's you don't.
Very annoying.
It's very annoying. So I wonder if Jesus gave God attitude. Like, no, Dad, I ain't gonna do that. Why are you always hassling me? Why are you always on my ass, man?
I don't want to build another fucking piece of furniture.
Like, son of...
You're so fucking lame. This is what you do.
Do it yourself. Do it yourself. I'm on my tablet.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to listen to you. My mom was fucked by an angel. What an idiot.
Immaculate conception.
Could you imagine if Jesus were in today's world? It would be like this kid just playing video games all the time, and he's just on
his phone,
right? Like he wouldn't even know he was the Messiah.
Hey, Jesus, we need you, bro. Like
we need you. It's like, oh yeah, whatever, man.
In a minute. I'm woke right now.
He'd be super entitled, but yeah, commenting on all the woke things around him.
He'd be a Twitter king.
Oh yeah, he would. This is Twitter King.
Twitter King Jesus.
This is JC.
JC coming at you hot.
I'm downtown right now, and I'm seeing some bad things, you guys.
Do you think he would be? Nah, Jesus wouldn't be like a hipster.
Modern Jesus would be flipping phones out of people's hands.
Yeah, instead of the table, he's fucking going to fucking AT&T.
You're not even looking.
He's in the AT&T or the Apple store. Just
look at the world around you.
I would be okay with that. Actually.
I would too. Actually,
I would help him out. I'd be his disciple.
He would go after Mark Zuckerberg in the metaverse.
Like
he would destroy the metaverse.
Take your eyes off. That's scary.
Can we destroy the whole metaverse idea?
I'm seeing it everywhere right now.
So they actually the stock price plummeted like 26%, I think, over the last week because their numbers came in lower for Facebook. And he's investing like billions into this metaverse thing. So investors aren't too keen on the idea, but I just I ask you, I beg you, I implore you as a public to look at this thing and ask, is it not going to exacerbate a problem that's already out of control?
No, dude. I mean, we need to be social creatures.
Social creatures. And he wants to turn every workplace into avatars sitting around a table. We've talked about this before.
I'd be the nakedest, most big bird looking avatar.
So how about those financial reports?
I'd be changing hats.
Gear Solid over here. And
I know.
Fucking big tits over there.
I'm not gonna lie. Having a meeting here and there like that would be kind of fun.
That'd be fine. But it'd be like that, and then you got the old people that can't figure it out, so they just
so this is
puppy ears on the whole time.
We already have an issue with our kids not wanting to do shit,
right?
And this is just going to make it worse. Like,
yeah,
and you know what? And we're in a day where it's like, you know what? We always talk about being older guys. We're always talking about, well, in my day, you know, blah blah blah. And I understand that, but what really makes me think is like, our kids are growing up in a technology-driven world. I mean, we got to accept the fact that that's how it is right now, right?
Yep.
Obviously, I don't want my kid to be this lazy person or, you know, not do anything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I got to realize, like, we're driven in technology, so them learning technology, I think, is a good thing.
No, it is, and it's a must. But I mean, there's a draw
balance. There's a balance.
Exactly. I mean, we are literally creating.
What do you dads do out there to prevent your kids from being on phones all day, or, you know, doing that stuff?
Or do you?
Or do you? Because it's easy to say, you know, your kid wants to play or do something. Well, and I'm guilty where you're just like, no, I'm doing this. And
it's so embedded in the culture too now. Yeah. I mean, it's like, it feels more abnormal to deny your child those things than it does to just let them.
Yeah, and we try to limit it for our kids. Like I try and like when it's nice outside, I'm like, guys, go outside,
right?
You know, and they will, but sometimes they'll go outside with their tablets and phones. Like,
see, luckily that's the thing I love about Ellie doing basketball right now is like we've started throwing the football around. We'll shoot hoops, and that gets him out of that mind
which
space.
Is good.
And I want to keep doing that. And he and JJ will play with the action figures and the toys.
JJ
and
likes
stuff,
to.
That's good.
Like JJ likes watching YouTube, but he doesn't.
Oh,
he doesn't like doing video games and doing all that stuff all the time. Like he'd rather play with toys or build Legos. Right. He's really
alone a lot because
and that's how JJ is when when Elena is not at the house.
Yeah,
JJ's by himself and he's like, I'm bored.
His avatar.
Yeah, his avatar. I'm bored. It'd be like, what is that dog?
It's a droopy dog.
Yeah, that droopy dog. Huckleberry Hound or something like that.
Play, but I'm bored.
Yeah. What was his name?
Was it Huckleberry Hound?
Something like that.
I think it was.
But Dad, I'm so bored.
The kids get bored, and I don't know. How do you keep kids entertained
without wanting to kill yourself?
Like, I don't know. I need to start throwing the ball around.
It's fun. We've been doing. I'll be the quarterback, and I'll say hike, and then he runs, and I throw it at him, and usually he misses it. But you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I think JJ, like you said, he wants to do soccer, so I think we're going to look into getting into that. Like I said, there's no soccer right now. So.
Yeah. Well, my big thing with Elliot, and this is tying into what I had said that pissed off my wife so badly. My only point is I want him to know games well enough. Like I had no interest in sports, so by the time I was old enough where I probably, if I had been doing it forever, would have been fine to play them.
Yeah.
I didn't know the basics to even attend to it. It was embarrassing to even try because at that point it was too late.
It's never too late.
Well, my body disagrees, but
it's never too late.
But I think I want him to at least experience it to the point, like if he wants to do it, he can, because he knows how the game works. He knows what he's supposed to do. And it's not like, can you imagine being 14 and being like, okay, I want to play basketball, and I don't even know what the positions are. What the goal is outside of making a shot.
I mean, it's cool that you're learning that stuff, because I grew up and I didn't, like I was in, and I don't know where it came from, but I was into sports from an early age. It was just something I liked. And even to this day, but it's not like I had a father figure, and my mom didn't know, like no one knew about sports. It's just, I would start watching football, and like, I don't know if it was just watching that made me learn, but I know she put me in baseball at one point. When I was young.
You must have just had a natural interest, because I mean, my dad was an athlete.
I was naturally like, I've always loved sports. It's just something I could always remember doing, like with my friends when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Like we'd play baseball, football, basketball, something I always liked.
Yeah. And I'd always play that stuff informally with my dad. And my dad was a really good basketball player in high school. He and his team, I forget how far they made it. I don't think they won state or anything like that, but they went really far, and they had.
I wish I would have played basketball in high school.
Yeah. I think he played a little bit of football.
I never played organized basketball.
Yeah.
The only time I played organized basketball is when I played for the Boys and Girls Club back when I was little.
Okay.
Right. And then I still owed some kid like $1 million.
You bet him $1 million.
Bet $1 million. I think I lost that bet.
Well, that's a big IOU. You might want to hold on to that one.
The interest on that fucking thing.
Remember that?
Yeah.
IOU a Ferrari. Ooh, you're gonna
hold on to that one. That's how it is. But no, it was like, yeah, it was fun. But like, I think that's it. But I would play, pick up games, street ball. I played at the gym during like lunch at school and high school and stuff. And then I played City League here in not like in Pasco. I played City League basketball for like the season or whatever it was, which was cool, which is different. So I get where you're coming from though, because like I said, I know the positions of basketball. I know how to play basketball, but when it comes to plays,
right.
Or certain terms, like I don't know that shit. Like I didn't know, like, people, some of the guys that were on the team were a little too gung ho, and it's like, dude, this is fucking City League. Calm down. You have no scouts.
Championship that really matters.
Yeah, there's no scouts in the fucking stands. Right. Your wife isn't even here, so she can give two shits how you do either.
Yeah, except for the CBC scout.
And so, so I would play and. I was good at defense. I'm not like the best offensive player when it comes to that, but like I'd be good at defense. But yeah, some of the guys yelling, I'm like, bro, what do you need me to do? Just tell me in stupid man terms, because I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. So I'd ask one of my friends, my friend Efren's really good with basketball. That's like he's played organized ball, AAU, like the whole shebang.
So he's been through every.
So he knows because he was on the team. So I'd ask him. He's like, no. So when you get this, just stay here. Do that. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So cool, man.
Yeah.
So I get the feeling, because I can understand where you're coming from in that sense.
Yeah. Well, when I was in college, I asked somebody, because I'd go to the games, I would be stupid and loud and fun, and I think people enjoyed my stupidity. But I had to ask legitimately, what it was. So outside of just scoring touchdowns, what is the point? I did not even know you had 4 chances to get 10 yards.
I remember
you can't do it.
I don't know if it was Blanc or someone would always ask me questions about sports, because I'd always like I said, people, what's this? I know, I think my sister would and stuff too, and I was just I like to teach,
but I still I couldn't have a full-on conversation about the NFL and know what the fuck I was talking about. I know some players, I know teams that I generally like, but I don't know.
I'm not into it the way I used to be. I used to be like Sports Center. I'd fucking watch that religious. See, that's
my brother. My brother knows kids that are in college, so he knows the combine, and he knows who they're going to go to, and he's got 10 years of players down.
So once the NFL started getting super political, my interest kind of went down a little bit. But then
I think it did.
But then my own interest just took me away from that. I play softball,
right,
and stuff like that. And this year I'm going to play. I think for me, I think what we've talked about this, for me, my outlet has been sports. And so this last year after my injury, even before that, I kind of wasn't playing as much as I was, and I don't know, this year, I don't know. I noticed it really got to me. I think the working from home and all that shit. And I don't know if there's any guys out there that do that, but working from home really gets to me. Yeah. I told Alicia, I was like, I need to get into something
to get you out.
Because I found myself drinking more than I needed to. Like bad habits that I shouldn't be doing.
Well, I think we talked off air last week about, I remember a story before it was as common for, a lot of men to work at home. So they talked about stay-at-home moms.
Yeah.
Having, and not every stay-at-home mom was an alcoholic, but there was a significant percentage.
Oh yeah.
Stay-at-home moms who were, because
I'm not, I'll be the first to admit, I can see that, because I was drinking a lot more than than I should be. Obviously I started toning it down slowly, but I was still having a glass here and there night. And so this month, my goal is okay, I'm not going to drink, just to not drink, not because just something I want to do, maybe detox my body and shit, because I'm trying to get into shape and all that. But I want to start, getting back into hiking.
Which we haven't done forever.
Golf, obviously, that's going to stay. But I'm going to try to play softball this year. I took a year off, so I'm going to try to get in there.
Get back.
Because for me, that's my outlet. Like, I need that. I've just found myself, I don't know if I've been depressed lately or something. I've been just in like a funk. Like, Alicia noticed it, and she just had to talk with me. Like, we were just talking about it, and I was just like, I don't know what's wrong with me. It's just, I don't know. Like most guys, we keep a lot of shit bottled up. We don't know how to express ourselves. And I don't know if it's just how we grew up or what, but it's just, for me, I don't know how to fucking express myself, how I'm feeling sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I just stay quiet. You know what I mean? Like that's it. It's like, I don't know who to talk to, but I don't know what to say either. You know what I mean?
Talking is a hard thing. And I talk, but I express just like, well, what do you want me to say?
Yeah, exactly. The typical guy comment. Like, what do you want?
I went to therapy for a while. And like, it got so annoying because my therapist was a gal. And Blanca would start coming, and it's like, well, this is great because I still couldn't think of anything to say. And both of them were like,
I can understand if you're like,
are you stupid? You're not saying anything. I'm like, I don't know what to say, and I don't know how to explain what my brain does. But it's
no, I think that's a male
all
thing.
Of a sudden,
honestly.
I can't put words together.
Yeah,
it's not that I don't know what I'm thinking or feeling. It's like I'm so afraid that what I say is going to be wrong on some level that I just can't figure out anything to say. And Blanca often will tell me like, you're like, almost, I get the sense like I'm calculated, like I think too much, like I try to think through my responses, but it's like,
who doesn't?
I don't know. You do. Like that's
because like you're told you can say stuff, but when you do say stuff, then it's
you can't.
I made things comes back out you. You know what I mean?
And now our wives are going to Thunder from Down Under.
I didn't even say the comment.
You know what I mean? I know. And
my wife's leaving me. No, I'm just playing.
Man, I just like.
But no,
whatever. But
I just think women can maybe feel this way, but
yeah.
My thing. See, this is where I'm trying to think too much. Our show's directed towards men. Obviously, we don't hide that.
Yeah.
And our thing is to help other men out there. So other men out there, I get it because I'm the same way as some of you guys. He is probably too. Like I bottle shit. Like that's how it is, and that's I think for me, like I said, my outlets. I got to do something.
Yeah.
And so that's where Alicia was just like, maybe get a project, start doing stuff. And then she's right. I need to do stuff to occupy my brain because I start thinking too much. And I don't know. I can see how women were drinking a lot of wine and whatever little women drinks they are. They're all drinking fucking hard ass liquor and shit.
Yeah, fuck you. It was tequila.
Those bottles and bottles.
No, but I mean, like, if I get it. I mean, you need something to feel like I can see you just being like, I'll just have a glass of wine.
I'm bored.
I'll have a glass of wine while I watch
catch a
buzz, and then it's 2 glasses and it's fine, and then you're having fun,
and then you're sleeping
or whatever, and then you're like, you take a little nap, you feel good, and then a little bit of a hangover, so you have another one just to get rid of the hangover before you know it.
You're full blown alky.
You're blowing H on the side of the highway.
I know. Hooking for another bottle.
Oh my god! I tell you.
That's how it is, though. Huh?
I know that was my experience.
I don't know, man.
Hooking for booze. Oh boy!
But no, I think that's what kind of like ties into like I think suicide. Like I think not that I thought about it or anything, but I can see where it comes from. Where out of nowhere a guy could.
Well, if you have instability, like if you aren't mentally healthy, and then you throw on top of it that kind of social,
like I can see how a guy could look fucking like fine. Like I said, I can smile and be happy, but inside,
how do you tell through the computer?
I'm fucking dying. You know, like there's times I'm just like I'm going through some shit. I don't know how to express it, and I'm just like, and so I can understand where men or even women, for that matter, like.
Just people,
they just don't know how to express themselves, and so they just don't know any way out but that, and so it's a sad thing. So
and alcohol surely doesn't help.
Definitely, ask for help or just reach out to a friend sometimes if you do feel any thoughts come up or you just feel empty or whatever it is. They got that suicide number. I don't know it off the top of my head, but like the prevention number and stuff. So hold on. I'll have to throw that up there. I just learned some news a few days ago. Obviously, I didn't know this. I knew this girl because I went to high school with her. And I was friends with her in high school, obviously through Facebook and, life and stuff. Obviously I wasn't like close knit, but we just found out like she committed suicide just a few days ago. And it was crazy because, the day before that, you just see a post from her and she seemed like a very happy, like had her shit together. But see, that's where it's like, you don't know what people are going through. So, you don't. So, reach out to your loved ones when you can. And if there's those people you kind of have an idea about, because sometimes you kind of know.
Right.
Reach out to them. Just see how they're doing. Sometimes that's all they need is that, hey, man, how you doing? You okay? Everything good?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Just to know that it's not the end.
Yeah, yeah.
That people do care.
I care about you. I love you. It's okay as a man to tell another man you love him and shit.
I love you, Jesse.
I love you too, bro.
Please don't hurt yourself. I love you.
Yeah, I won't.
So I did find the National Suicide Prevention Hotline number is 800-273-8255. You can call, you can chat. They do have an official website. And if you Google the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, all of that pops right up on your phone.
Perfect.
Do not be ashamed to call and talk to somebody. I went through a phase of my life, not where I wanted to harm myself, but where I knew I was a miserable person.
You get into depression.
I was very, very, very stressed, and my whole limbic system, or whatever the hell they call it, the stress control system was totally screwed up.
Oh yeah, I get that.
And I hated life. I didn't want to die, but I just didn't want life to be how it was. And it was sad because I had a lot of great things going in my life.
Yeah, but sometimes you just go through some shit.
Stress, right. And it was more than I can handle at that time. And that's about the time I went and got that therapy.
Which is a big move.
And, I've never been afraid of therapy. I've never had that. But it feels kind of funny. Like, I think we have a tendency when we know we need help to be like, well, I don't need help. I mean, like, there's way worse issues out there than what I'm going through. Where, like, we tend to kind of, but like some of us tend to downplay it or
your
rationalize it.
Are for you can be different than someone else. I don't think any issues outweigh someone else's issue.
No, and I think if you feel like your life is unhealthy for you, if you're in a situation that you don't know how to get out of and you're not okay with it, it's okay to get outside help. It's like it's just learning. You're learning from somebody that knows something else. That's all it is getting ideas.
And I know as a dad, it's stressful.
Yeah.
Because like for me, like I think being at home, one of the stressful things for me is I'm not good with, not that I'm not good with kids, but like being like now I feel like I'm the discipliner, I guess, in a way, or whatever,
you're disciplinarian, you're the primary.
I've got to make sure everything's, taken care of. Like for me, I'm not, that's stressful because, when I get talked back or get some lippy lips,
get a little pissed.
It's really hard for me to like hold back the way I am, and because I don't like it, and so like so that's like for me that was stressful. That that's a stressful thing. So I've been learning to cope with it and kind of work through it, and like for me, I think what it is a triggers. What are my triggers?
Yeah,
in sense that I think that's a big part too. Is like knowing what sets you off, maybe, or what maybe gets you feeling like you're in a funk. Like a few weeks ago, my anxiety levels were like crazy. I thought I was fucking having a heart attack at Costco.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I need to stop stressing, stop drinking, just kind of reset myself.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm with you. I think I drank way too much last weekend. And,
you did.
I have done very well for a long time. Like haven't been drunk.
We were just chilling and drinking and messing with our videos and shit.
I could tell I was feeling good, and then I did that thing where you get just a little too much too fast, and then your brain just kind of shuts off. Not good.
Oh, I know because
boy,
I'm blackout Jesse.
Yeah, I mean,
when I drink, I black out. Like
I was
when I drink too much. Obviously,
I don't remember leaving the studio. And that was fun.
Yeah, we were gonna go play Ghost of Tsushima and fell asleep on me
instantly.
Boy, but I've been there.
Whew, that was not fun. But I did just find something. Oh yeah.
My wife made this just weirdly blended swag.
Not available yet.
Not yet. Soon,
someday.
I don't know.
So I did
just promoting.
Just to kick back real quick to finish up the piece about mental health.
Yeah,
super important. I myself am on anti-anxieties.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
No.
helps me not overstress about stupid things.
That's what weed used to do for me.
Well, there you go. And so...
But then it made me more anxious. But go ahead.
So it didn't help in the long run.
Later on, no, it didn't.
And you got to be aware of that kind of stuff.
No, I was. That's why I stopped.
So I just looked on the website a little bit more, and it looks like right now, depending on where you live, you can just dial 988.
Oh, that's cool. A little short number.
And it can instantly connect you to like your local hotline. Or
yeah, I'll post that stuff on
here. So starting July 16th, so just a few months away, under half a year away, nationally, you'll be able to type in 988 and it can connect you instantly to the National Health Crisis, National Suicide Prevention Hotline.
Yeah, so don't be afraid either. Like,
so, well, the thing is, like, these are people that want to help you.
Yeah,
and even if it turns out to be just some stupid thing, maybe you're right, your worst fear is right, and it wasn't that big a deal.
Gosh.
It's worth. No one's going to be mad at you for just asking for help.
It's funny. So this isn't suicide hotline. It's kind of related in this what I'm about to say. So bear with me here. I was on a call with one of my techs, and we were just talking. And do you ever just like start talking and you have a question and then you just realize, oh.
Yeah,
you answer your question.
Right.
So he called it the rubber ducky method.
Okay.
So it's basically get a rubber ducky, put it on your desk. You know, like you're starting to talk through, and that's similar to what this is.
Yeah.
It's like it might be weird and whatever, but like
maybe you find out talking it out.
Just talking it out, even if you sound like you're just blah 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 blah. Because for me, that's how I'll sound.
Right.
I know. Well, I'm not a very well spoken person when I talk. Sometimes, obviously. When you hear this podcast sometimes, you know, I pause a lot. And so
I think you do a great job.
So doing that, like that's similar to what I was talking about, that rubber ducky method is like, once you start talking out, you'll start figuring out, you know, maybe I'm stressing over bills or work or whatever. And that's where I think a lot of my stress started coming from recently too, was work. I had a project that I've been working on since January and I just finished today.
Yeah, nice. Congratulations.
I kind of finished yesterday, but I turned it in today, and I was just like,
a huge relief
to be done. Yeah, only to start a new project here next week. But still, I got it. It's not nearly as crazy as this one was.
Well, I think it's kind of a misnomer that people have, the idea that therapy is all psychoanalytics and you lay on the couch and you talk.
See, I don't know. I've never done therapy.
So since I went through it and I kind of thought it was going to be that, like, oh, tell me about your child.
But how do you feel?
It's not that at all. Really. I mean, I know that there's types of therapy, but at least the therapist I went to is really about, okay, what's really bothering you? Like, what is it that you're here for? What do you want to work on? So we kind of identified what it is that was the problem. And then she gave me actual strategies to work on it. It was more like a
look at 5 things that are green
behavioral type approach of like, okay, you're dealing with stress. So these are coping mechanisms you can develop for stress.
Yeah.
We had, my wife and I, we had some relationship issues as happens
most couples.
In marriages. And luckily we did work through them for the most part. And so she gave us a lot of like, marriage tools and strategies. Yeah. She gave us ideas for communication games and things that you could play where you ask each other questions. Roll the dice, none of that stuff. But you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just this like, let's lay on a couch and talk about nothing for an hour and then bill you for it. It was really like, no, we're not going to wait around. Like, you can do this today to start building the behavior that you're.
Yeah, and then that's on you to actually like implement that.
So right. I mean, it wasn't as like, well, tell me what your mother did when you would cry.
She'd make me stick butter knives and light sockets.
They might ask you. I don't know, but I say that lovingly. But they might be like, so what?
I don't remember that shit, but. Apparently she did that.
There's one more number I want to throw out, because if you're super stressed out about things that feel like they're out of your control or you don't even know how to solve the problem, there's another local number you can call, and that's 211. No matter where you are, 211 is a number you can call if you just you need help, but you're not quite sure what help you need. They are like a resource guru.
They can talk you through what.
So they
can find out what you're kind of looking for.
I mean, like, crazy scenarios, not your typical scenario, but there was a story that we heard because we were trained in it actually for the district one year. And, about helping families that didn't have resources get them. And they, really encouraged the 211. And they said there was a time a woman called and she didn't have much money and she had little kids at home and she was on a well and their pump went out.
Oof.
And they were out of water in like the dead of winter. And 211 happened to have contacts and a guy went out and replaced it for free.
Oh, that's cool.
Through this program. So I'm not saying that that's the typical. I don't think it usually works out that well, but they can at least
find you some help, like some
resources,
maybe charity, something out there, something.
Exactly. A charity group that can help, or just whatever that may be that could get you what you need to at least alleviate that stress a little bit. To then think about other things that you need to get through. So 211's a good resource for you if you're not sure.
211.
If you got a problem, you don't know how to solve it. Maybe they won't have an answer for you, but at least maybe it's worth a shot.
Yeah,
988 at some point for mental health,
which is cool.
And 800-273-8255 if you have a health crisis, a mental health crisis.
Yeah, I'll have to put that up on on here.
Yeah, I think just super important to keep bringing that side of it up. We as much as we talk about it, we don't take this as seriously as we need to as a country, and I think it's a shame.
Yeah, and that's like the point of our podcast. Really, not the point, but one of our things is we want to bring awareness to not only mental health, but just everything with struggles as men and women, I guess. You can say.
Well, another group we haven't talked a lot about, the veterans out there.
Oh yeah, vets
back and need a lot of mental health, and it's honestly, I will say,
they don't get a lot of help either.
It is an absolute shame in this country that people go and fight in our name, and that's the way that we repay them.
I just see something like the VA doesn't even help with So I watched this video, and this guy, there's these group of guys, they're like literally in a firefight sort of. They go through this tunnel. Dude takes a fucking sniper off the top of his helmet.
Yeah.
And it didn't kill him or anything.
Hit the helmet.
But
it's kind of a moment.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
I mean, you talk about
one of the comments was like, the VA says, this isn't an issue. It's something about like ringing in the ear and the head trauma, like that. We can't help that.
It's not attributed to.
But I have a friend. I have a couple friends that we're in the military. And they tell me some stuff like the VA's doesn't help as much as they should.
Well, I think the problem is fucked up, dude. It's where we allocate resources. It's not a priority. Health, mental health, specifically for people that have fought for our country, people that have given their physical body for it.
Well, not only the physical, but their mental body, like mental mind.
They didn't even acknowledge.
Can you imagine the seeing someone just shot in the face or something or shooting someone in the face? That's got to fuck with you.
Yeah.
Pretty hardcore, you know what I mean?
Dying in front of you and being responsible for them. So
and keep having to let's keep trucking.
I'm going to give a shout out real quick. There's a guy I went to high school with, and I saw an article about him recently. So if you live in the Tri-Cities area,
but yeah,
this is from 2016. So I hopefully
shout out anyway, right?
So Ryan Sutton, I went to school with him for years, elementary through high school, and he runs a screen printing business.
Okay,
or ran, and he helps veterans through it. So,
cool. I think helping veterans is awesome. I think that's very important.
I'll have to look into this a little bit more and see.
One of my buddies. So anyway, that podcast that wants to do hook up with us, the Miles Mountains and Brews.
Yeah.
My buddy Nick and Dwayne, I used to work with, but Nick, he's a veteran.
Oh yeah,
so, yeah, he's pretty cool. But
yeah. I mean anyway. Mental health matters for everybody.
It does.
And we need to take it seriously.
We do.
Don't be afraid. Hey,
I know.
For those of you that want to be tough, don't be a pussy.
Don't be a pussy. And I'm that way. Not that I'm going to be a pussy, but I just never. I was had that same therapy ain't gonna do shit for me.
Yeah, exactly.
But obviously it's something I probably need to look into. It would probably help just work through
some stuff.
Because like I said, I don't know how to express certain things. And like I said, I think there's a lot of guys out there that are that same way, where it's just How do you feel? I don't know. I know how I feel, but I don't know how to tell you how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but I don't.
I can't put the emotions in the exact
words. Yeah.
And you can...
But being a sociopath like me... I mean,
being a complete and total psychopath, I can pretend real good. No,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So anyway,
but yeah, love you guys. But hey, I was going to bring up one last thing before we head out here.
Okay.
Is my friend just texted me Witcher 3 is on sale for $8, so I'm gonna have to check that out. It's a video game.
Yeah.
Very huge game. Anyway, that's not what I was gonna bring up a weird law.
Oh, yeah.
There's a few of them. So in Maine, I guess it's illegal to park in front of a Dunkin' Donuts.
Makes sense. I mean,
yeah.
And
oh my God, I would go to jail in Maryland.
What's illegal in Maryland?
Sleeveless shirts are banned in public parks. Don't want to see these guns, baby.
Is it enforced?
I doubt it. Can you imagine going to jail? What are you in for? What are you in for?
I'm not going to ask you one more time. You cover up.
Cover that up. Get at least a 3/4 sleeve on there.
Where did these laws even come from?
That's always. It's illegal to tell fortunes without a certificate in Massachusetts.
I'm going to go there and be an illegal fortune teller.
Oh, shit. Black market, baby.
I'm $10 cheaper.
I just don't understand. Like you said, where do some of these laws come from?
Like, what was going on publicly at that time where they're like, you know what? We need to outlaw this. So there was enough public outrage.
I know.
Over that they had such a black market of fortune tellers that they had to outlaw it.
Let's see. What does it say? A fortune teller must live in Massachusetts for at least 1 year in order to apply for a license. This law helps prohibit psychics from taking all of your moolah in exchange for false predictions. Is it false if it don't come true? I don't know.
Just because you didn't make it a reality.
Minnesota, dirty tires are banned.
Okay, so you have to wash your tires, or you can't just have them on your property.
What the fuck? Oh my God! In Missouri, bear wrestling is prohibited. Goddamn bears at it again,
so
honey.
You can't wrestle a bear, or you can't run a bear ring. Like a bear fighting ring.
Or you can't wrestle bear naked.
Bear Grylls? Like you can't wrestle Bear Grylls?
I guess you can't wrestle a bear.
Well, that I wouldn't advise that anyway. That maybe is a smart law.
We all love a good bear hug now and then, but the real deal is outlawed in Missouri.
But we literally can't.
This law was initiated due to animal cruelty violations and is still in effect today.
So did somebody win against a bear?
I don't know. I would give him a fucking... I want that guy on my team.
What bear was he wrestling? Where you cruelly...
In Montana, it's illegal to give a rat a fucking present.
Well, they're not very grateful.
Ungrateful piece of shit.
So if you
I gave you some cheese
and they eat it, is that giving it a present then?
Oh my God. See the bylaws. Nebraska's... They know what's up, bro.
What?
It's you can't get married if you have a venereal disease.
Ooh. Yeah, you just gotta fuck randos.
I don't believe this law. Okay. I have a hard time believing this law because I've been to Vegas.
Yeah.
It's illegal to sit on the sidewalk.
Well, that's different than being passed out on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man, New Jersey, bulletproof vests are banned only while committing a crime.
Okay. Oh, well, that way they can get you on more.
That's why they can shoot you.
Yeah, right.
And kill you. Got it.
We shoot to kill.
So how do they enforce this one?
Okay.
In New Mexico, idiots are banned from voting. How do you enforce that?
IQ test.
I don't know. I was seeing if there was any Washington.
Nothing yet.
Damn, New York, no slippers after 10.
Outside or inside the home? New York City or New York State?
One old law says that slippers are not to be worn after dark in New York, though we can't imagine how this law exactly came about. It says around the house.
Wow.
Oh, dude, drunk bingo is unlawful in North Carolina. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Who plays regular bingo?
It's illegal to sell dyed chickens in Ohio.
Oh, damn.
Okay. Anyway, there's just some laws I thought were pretty hilarious.
It's just fascinating. It just makes it begs the question, why?
Okay, I'll end on this one since it's kind of close to home. In Oregon, we're in Washington, so they're like our sister.
Yeah.
It's illegal to go hunting in a cemetery.
I would imagine that law exists in Washington too. It's probably just not specified in a cemetery.
I want to fucking go hunting. It's the best time to shoot deers in a cemetery.
Why? They watched Supernatural.
They did.
And they're just like, oh, we got to outlaw that.
Oh my God. That's so funny. Who fucking hunts in a fucking cemetery? Like, what are you hunting?
Well, they might
have human?
Maybe they have grouse or something down there.
I don't know.
Who knows? Hey, my last big news. You broke the news to me, so I'm going to break the news to any of you that don't know that might listen. GTA 6 finally announced, official.
Oh,
coming out. It's been under development since 2020. Possible release 24, 25.
Oh, damn! Is that one in?
Well, that's what they're claiming right now, but who knows? Rockstar is known for being pretty secretive. So,
damn, that's gonna be a minute.
Yeah.
Not that I was really into I have GTA 5. I own it. Just haven't really played it.
Oh, I love it. It's like my favorite. It's my all-time favorite game.
Yeah, it's one of those games you can pick up and just run around and do
stuff. Yeah, just do fun shit. And I love the stories and I love the humor.
I was trying to get like going on missions and stuff. I don't know. So actually, this is my last one because this is home.
Okay. Oh,
this is a home Washington State law.
All right.
It's illegal to attach a vending machine to a utility pole. Yeah, don't do that shit.
I'm gonna try it. I just want to see to attach one to. Cease and desist, sir.
I know. You're going to prison.
Sir, step away from the utility pole.
If I get raped in prison because I did something so stupid like
seriously, what are you in here for? Well, I took a vending machine, I strapped it to a utility pole.
Oh, you wouldn't be fucked with.
No. Like, oh shit, this man's hard.
Yeah, hell yeah, he's hard. You better watch out in jail being hard.
The kids in Spokane were hollering, "I made you hard.
I made you hard."
Fucking little.
But all right, guys. You guys have a good weekend.
Yeah.
An amazing week.
Those of you going to the father-daughter ball,
we'll see you there.
We'll see you there.
Yeah.
Maybe we're not gay, okay?
We'll do a little episode.
Yeah. We'll do live.
We're here live with our daughters.
Hey, guys. We're down here with all the dads and daughters of Tri-Cities. Yeah.
We should go around asking questions. Dude, I wish we had just weirdly blended fucking...
ties,
something to throw out there, like put on people's tables and shit.
True. Like, and then all the Christian guys are like, oh, yuck. Oh, these gay guys were coming on to me all night. They kept throwing cards at me.
I know.
Like the Vegas guys.
I'm going to just hand them out to everybody.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea.
That would have been free advertisement. Anyway, you guys have a great weekend.
Yes.
Keep it real. Okay, I'm making sure I'm hitting the right button this time.
All right.
Yeah.